Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And Megan, we're going to be talking about the Asics Sonicblast here in a second. But before we get into that, we got to pay the bills. Let's talk about our sponsor today.
You've heard us talk about this sponsor before because we absolutely love them. We're talking about LMNT, the electrolyte beverage that we've been using all summer to stay hydrated and replenish those sodium levels.
Yep, all the magnesium, all the electrolytes you're used to, potassium, sodium, and it kind of gets addictive. It's a little salty when you first taste it, but once you get used to it, I mean, I'm craving it all the time, especially in this hot weather and when it gets humid and we start drying out. I've been drinking so much of this, it's insane.
Yeah, each packet comes with 1,000 milligrams of sodium, so you really replenish those salt stores pretty fast. And like we said, it tastes delicious. One of our favorites is raspberry salt, but they've got a ton of flavors, and you can try them all in a sample pack if you go to drinklmnt.com/thedrop. So go check it out.
All right, Megan, so we have the Sonic Blast, and the Blast line now, which started with the Nova Blast a few years back, has really grown to be like my favorite Asics line. You've got the Legends, which are like your Cumulus, your Nimbus, your Cayano, and then you go into the Blast, which is more like your lightweight, responsive, fun zone shoes for me. And then you've got the Speed Zone, so like Meta Speed, Magic Speed, all that stuff, which are made for race day. A lot of people are saying, hey, can't we just get a Nova Blast with a plate, get a little more that lightweight, fun, responsive feel, but maybe add a plate to it? So Asics did that, but it's not quite what we were expecting from it. And the things that are in this midsole are a lot different than what we've seen in the Nova Blast before. But anyhow, let's start where we always start, with the upper, Meg.
Yeah, so you've got a nice jacquard upper here, a gusseted tongue. These laces are pretty stretchy, a pretty traditional upper, I would say. Nothing too crazy going on.
Well, that's kind of why I like it. It's clean, it's simple. You've got a jacquard upper that has nice breathability. We've been in the heat here, and the shoe just feels good on the foot. And a little side note on this particular one, you know what's going on in the tiger stripes?
I mean, I see it.
You see it? All right, so during the Tokyo Olympics, when everybody was on lockdown, they couldn't have people in the stadium. Asics kind of did this like thing with the seats to make it look like people were in there by making the seats different colors in the stadium. So it's kind of an homage to that time where this has this like red, white, and blue coloring in the stripes, which are supposed to represent the seats in the stadium. That's a little trivia question for you. I don't know if you'll ever be able to use it, but there you have it.
Okay, good to know.
So as far as like fit though, how did it go?
Yeah, I felt it was true to size. There wasn't a ton of room in the forefoot, but there was enough. So it was comfortable, no hot spots, no issues. It worked for me.
Yeah, same with me. I really like the heel counter and collar, just nice, simple fit. You don't really even think about it. One nice thing is, and I know the plate's gonna be a little more flexible than say a carbon fiber plate, but I didn't have any heel lift or anything. It fit really nicely and locked you in over this midsole.
All right, yeah, so let's actually talk about what's beneath the foot here. So you've got two brand new foams from Asics. You've got Flytefoam Turbo Squared, which is gonna sit right beneath your foot, and then you've got an Astro plate, which is a PEBAX plate, and then beneath that, you have Flytefoam Blast Max.
All right, so let's talk about the characteristics of these.
So many things.
So many foams. So underneath the foot, the first layer that you're gonna feel is this Flytefoam Turbo Squared. It's a really nice ATPU foam that has that bounce and that rebound. It's lightweight. It's the first thing your foot's gonna feel above that plate.
Yeah, I really liked the step-in feel. And while you do have a PEBAX plate here, because this foam is pretty soft, it doesn't feel too harsh.
Yeah, and you're gonna see the flexibility. You can flex the plate, but it's not like, I wouldn't say that this is a flexible shoe. And then you get into this plate here, and what's the advantage of having a PEBAX plate versus, say, a carbon fiber plate?
Yeah, so it's not going to be quite as rigid as a carbon fiber plate, so this isn't going to be quite as propulsive or as speedy as maybe a carbon fiber plate, but this one's more flexible, and I think it's just better for more everyday use.
Right. And then we're getting down to another new foam.
The Flytefoam Blast Max.
Yeah. And this is a polyolefin I can't
POE.
even say it. POE. I think it's polyolefin
No one cares.
elastomer.
It's pretty soft.
Yeah.
And it's also bouncy. And I just think it's a good combination between the two.
It creates the stability in the shoe. Now, what's really fun about this shoe, you've got this nice Asics grip on the outside. That's probably one of their more premium rubbers. Tons of traction, no issues there. Even on the exposed stuff, though, I didn't have any problems. Did you?
No, although there is some wear coming. So I think after, hundreds of miles, you'll start to see it.
Yeah. And where the shoe fits in, this is why I think it was missing from the Asics lineup. For those people who like an Endorphin Speed or a shoe like that, this really nails it. And as a matter of fact, I've always been kind of on the fence with the Endorphin Speed. You and Robbie have always loved it. But this one, kind of like, I was like, oh, I get that feeling that you guys are talking about with the Speed. And I really like it in this shoe.
Yeah, I think that's a very good comparison is the Endorphin Speed from Saucony. This is exactly what this shoe is for me. It's that you can wear it every day as a daily trainer, but you can also use it for like your speed sessions or a little bit faster running. And it's really enjoyable.
I thought this is probably one of the most versatile shoes in their lineup, as a matter of fact. When I was running it, we were doing like a tempo run, 10 miles, and I dropped the pace and ended up doing a progressive run in it. Also took it out for other higher mileage runs, 9s, 10s, that kind of stuff. And I really just love the way the shoe feels. And when you do want to pick it up, this shoe rolls with you. And I was thinking this could potentially be one of those shoes that could do it all. You could train in it, you can race in it. And I think even for some people, this is all you would need for a marathon distance.
Yeah. One thing we didn't note yet is the stack height. So there is plenty of cushion underfoot. You've got 46 millimeters in the heel, 38 in the forefoot, so 8 millimeter drop. And it's coming in at $180.
Yeah, so with the 46 millimeters, that's above if you were gonna try to podium at a race and be in there.
It's technically illegal.
Technically illegal, but for those of us who are just trying to get through the marathon distance or something like that, I think it's fine. My feet were comfortable after long runs. I really like the way it feels light and responsive underfoot. And yeah, $180 puts it right into that mix with like the Endorphin Speed.
And just to reiterate your point, I think this is such a versatile shoe, and that's what makes it so special is you can go out and do your easy runs, you can go out and pick up the pace, you can do your long runs in this shoe. And so for $180, I think that's pretty good.
Also, this foam isn't gonna die out too quick. This is not like a soft PEBAX foam that's gonna like drain its energy. It's a really nice foam that's gonna hold up.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, so let's get into it. Form, fit, and function. Form, what are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to keep a little calm because I really like the shoe, but I'm gonna give it a 4 because I think there's always room for improvement. So for the design, the weight, geometry, overall looks, I'm gonna stick with a 4 on this and give it some room.
I'm also going to give it a 4. We actually never gave the weight, so maybe we should talk about that now.
That's probably a good idea.
My women's 7.5 came in at 7.4 ounces or 209 grams.
Yeah, mine, men's US 10.5, 9.9 ounces or 282 grams, which is real close to what the Nova Blast weighs. So you're getting all the stack, the PEBAX plate, and a pretty nice trainer that weighs around the same as the Nova Blast.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the fit.
All right.
What are you giving it?
I mean, the fit worked for me. I really liked it. It doesn't have a sloppy collar for a shoe that has a plate. This one, I like the breathability. It's pretty much nailed here, and you don't even see tons of puckering on my lacing. So for me, this one's getting a 4. And again, I'm leaving some room for improvement, but I think they pretty much nailed it.
Yeah, I think the fit is really good as well. I'm going to give it a 4. The only suggestion or thought I maybe had was I'd maybe like a little bit more room in the forefoot, but outside of that, I thought, no hot spots, comfortable. I love a gusted tongue, so it works.
So with my more narrow foot, I actually thought the forefoot was just about perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
So yeah, I'm into it. And then now we get to function.
Yeah. All right, so what are you giving it?
This is where I'm gonna let the horses loose. I'm gonna give it a full 5 on this. I really like this shoe as far as what it's supposed to do, the intention of it. I think this was missing again from the Asics lineup. I probably said that 5 times during this review, but it just is that fun shoe that I think you can just put on, go for your run. It's going to be good for everything. This is going to be my one shoe to kind of like solve all my running problems. So I'm going to go with a 5.
All right, I'm going to give it a 4. I'm just going to stick with 4s across the board. As you were saying, and we mentioned earlier, this really is a versatile shoe. It's going to work for so many of your runs. So yeah, I think it's a solid option.
All right, so for you, that's a 12.
Yes.
For me, we're going 13. I would totally recommend this shoe for that one person, that runner that's like doesn't want to commit to like a huge rotation of shoes, just wants one shoe they can do a lot of their running in. This is it.
Yeah, so it's getting a green light from us. And yeah, I think this is a great option if you're looking for that trainer that can pretty much do it all.
All right, so a little side note, because I'm going to do the review of the Meaghan Blast with Robbie, but you've run in both shoes. You've got plenty of miles in the Meaghan Blast. Matter of fact, you ended up throwing another run in this morning in the Meaghan Blast just to see before the review which one you kind of like better. Which of the two shoes do you lean towards?
This is hard because I really, really like the Meaghan Blast, but my tendency is to lean towards a plate. And I found myself wanting to run in this shoe over the Meaghan Blast several times. Now, I will say, when we first got the Super Blast, I was kind of meh about it, and it took me a little while to really love it, and now it's one of my favorites, so I'm still holding out.
All right. I'm going to say that I kind of like the Sonic Blast better. Both shoes are fantastic, but there was something about this one and something about the runs I did in this shoe that I just really enjoyed. And I honestly, this did 14 miles in the Meaghan Blast this past weekend, and I did the 10 or 12 miles in this shoe the weekend before. And this one, I just felt like when it was time to start picking up the pace, I really liked the way this one kind of shifted gears.
Yeah, I get that.
All right, so that's it, Meg. Anything you want to tell the people?
Yes, if you haven't yet, definitely go like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can find us on social media everywhere, Instagram, Facebook. We've got a Strava group, so you can head over there. And then, of course, we have a website. So if you prefer all of your shoe reviews in written form, you can go to believeintherun.com, read them all there, and you can also subscribe to our newsletter there as well.
Yep, absolutely. And did we say anything about the podcast?
No.
All right, we've got several podcasts at this point. We've got Fuel for the Soul, where we talk nutrition for performance. We also have our regular drop that drops every Friday, and our guest drop that goes on Mondays. So you can check those out, as well as Taylor, our trail reviewer, lead trail reviewer, has been starting to do a lot of interviews with trail athletes and kind of really specific to the trail environment. So you can check those out. All of this is easy if you sign up for the weekly email on our website. You'll find out all of this information and see what's going out that week from us.